Hey everyone, my name is Tegan and welcome back to TandeWrites, where today we are going to be unboxing this Illumicrate before my work Christmas party. I do not remember the theme of this box. There must have been an item in it that lured me in, because I'm trying to get so much better at impulsively buying these boxes, which might change in the new year, because I think Illumicrate is removing unlimited skips. I think you have to get at least 6 boxes before they cancel your subscription. So we'll see how that goes. So this is the December box. This is, oh, Stories Within Stories. That might have been what lured me in. And I'll keep this on hand so I have references of the artist and things. And also, January's theme is Power of Death. I think I read a description for this box. I'm not overly intrigued, so that might be my first skip of the year. First item in here is an Incarnate Tale bookmark inspired by The Isle in the Silver Sea, which was the Illumicrate box last month, or the Owlcrate book last month. Either way, it was a recent edition. The book is down here for me, behind my next normal vinyl, which I'll move eventually. But this is... I was looking at it as if it was going to have the artist credits on there, but just as made in China. The artwork is by Swana Luo at Sire Art. Inspired by Isle in the Silver Sea, our metal bookmark will keep your place when reading your favourite tales. And I'm someone who pretty much just uses the same bookmark on repeat, and that's usually the bit of receipt paper I have in hand. But up here in this pot, I just store a bunch of bookmarks. So this might be a lovely addition to that collection. The engravings are very faint to me, so I'm trying to work out, I'm just going to blind you, what I'm looking at. So there is a book that says The Knight and the Witch. There's some waves, and there's a little castle-y thing up here. Maybe from some angles you'll be able to see that. But then on the back, upside down, it just says, oh, care and material is made of brass. If it gets dirty, clean it with water and wipe it. Store in a dry, dark space when not in use. What's gonna happen to this? This will probably be an item that goes again in my bookmark pot. It's a little thin metal one. It's the kind of thing what I'm scared of. I'm scared of taking it out of this little cardboard because it feels like it's gonna bend very easily. And it's very flexible, we'll say. But it's cute, it's pretty, it's not really sharp edges, but it's not my fave. I'm not a big metal bookmark person. But this is quite pretty. The next item, what is this? The Only Enemy is the Sea bookmark album inspired by A Study in Drowning. The Study in Drowning might have been what lured me into this. What does it mean, bookmark album? Let's actually get the box off my lap so it's not wiggling around. And let's open this without talking so I can just cut it out so you don't have to hear crickling sounds and my voice. This is... I think this is more inspired by A Theory of Dreaming than A Study in Drowning, just based off, you know, the bells, the underwater city. But what does it mean, bookmark? Ah! So it has the pockets, but you can kind of see there's the not perforated, but there's a seam down the middle. So is it going to fit? So it will fit your bookmark in, but nothing else. You could probably fit a Polaroid in there if you're looking for a different use. But a bookmark album? I guess I've literally just complained about storing all my bookmarks in a pot, but sometimes a bookmark is just too pretty to use. Store them safely in our bookmark album inspired by A Study in Drowning. I would say I like the design. It's quite cute, it's quite little. It's not like a massive album, but a bookmark album? I'm conflicted. I'm going to move on and we'll see how I feel about that. What is this? Books that inspire sticker sheet. Decorate your Kindle or journal with these stickers inspired by all 12 of our Illumicrate 2025 books. I didn't get many of the Illumicrate 2025 books. But let's see. This is artwork by Anna Velling. Inspired by all of our 2025 books, these cute and colourful stickers will be a great addition to your journal or Kindle case. Let's have a look. Okay, so The Knight and the Witch. Have a little up close there. The Knight and the Witch, I've now learnt, is from Isle of the Silver Sea. And I can't name a single other Illumicrate book. Is this the Treachery of Swans? I was going to say perhaps. Perhaps I'll put them on my Kindle case. But I've also, out of the Illumicrate books I received this year, I've not actually read any of them yet. To my knowledge. That is a strong, sturdy sticker. But they have a very chunky border in it, and I'm not a stickers with borders kind of person. It seems like I'm just making up things to complain about. But yeah, I like this as a concept. I don't like that stickers are a whole item, but they're there. I might use them. And is this... This is Libraries and Bookshops Reading Journal. So this might be, if it's like the Illumicrate Reading Journal, this might be what lured me into actually getting this box. Okay, internal artwork by Corinne Reed, internal design and cover design by TandeWrites. Inspired by a range of literary libraries and bookshops, our latest reading journal will be the perfect companion for logging everything bookish in a new year. And I think I said this in a lot of my monthly reading wrap-ups, is I've abandoned using my reading journal in the later third of the year, which is better than the year before, or the first year I had a reading journal where I lasted a month and then gave up. And this is a very pretty design. This is really nice. And yeah, looks lovely with my next normal vinyl. Square. Okay, we've got some bookshelves to fill in. We've got another page of bookshelves to fill in. Book of the month. We've got Reading Goals and also a Reading Challenge, which has some titles that must be books that have been in Illumicrate boxes this year, or maybe some of their Illumicrate, the Daphne Press books that they do. Book series tracker. I'm someone who wants to design my own reading journal, and this is containing a lot of the things that I want to include in it. So this is good inspiration. Monthly TBR, and we have some Addie LaRue art of the bookshop. I'm going to skim through the art real quick in any notable pages. But yeah, reading log. That's fun. This is the kind of thing where I would want it more for... Is this for the entire year? This is a monthly thing. This is the kind of thing I'd want for the entire year, just because would probably, fill in the 6 books I read a month and then feel bad that the rest are empty. Then we've got a reading tracker, books hauled, books unhauled. The calendar, 5-star reads. I am not going to read 6 5-star books a month, because I am a hater, but I am an informed hater. Then a little review section for each book, which is only for 8 books. Then we have a little wrap up of time spent reading, pages read, things like that. And the next month is... Ooh. Okay, so we've got Bookshop and Bone Dust. I'm just going to skip through the art real quick. Then we have the Cozy Quill from the Bookshop and the Barbarian. We have the Alexandrian Society Archives from Atlas 6. If they ever release any of these as prints, I'll be all over that. We have Hell's Unwritten Wing from what does that say? The Library of the Unwritten. I'm not familiar with most of these. I mean, I know Atlas 6, I know Addie LaRue. Then the Bookshop Below from the Bookshop Below. But maybe I could be lured into reading books just because they have a library or a bookshop mentioned. Great Library of Summershaw from Sorcery of Thorns. That is a very pretty picture. Cemetery of Forgotten Books, Shadow of the Wind. That, the big swirly staircase, might be my favourite. Give me a book that I've known and read, or if I've just not read many books that have libraries in them. We have the Royal Institute of Translation from Babel. I own Babel. I've not read it. I don't think I'm smart enough to read it yet. I need to grow into that one. The Library of the Dead from the Library of the Dead. That sounds like it should be right up my alley. The Aletherian Royal Library, Law of the Wilds, again looks like it should be right up my alley. And then the Library of Zosma from Strange the Dreamer, which I've not read but I think I want to. How do they wrap up the end of... Do they have a year kind of wrap up thing at the end? There's a DNF tracker. There's one of these book tournament things, and then the final big page is, total pages read. First book of the year, longest book read, 5-star reads, audiobooks completed, a nice little tracker thing. I really like this. I like this. I think it's just because it's a bigger, weirder shape than the Illumicrate ones that I might not take this everywhere with me, but I do like it. And it has got... You can close it. Really love this. And now it's book time. Oh, the Bookshop Below, that was featured in there. Let's see. They've made this bubble wrap a lot more secure than usual. So the book for December is The Bookshop Below by Georgia Summers, and this is gorgeous just because it is a bookshop. I can't complain about this. Let's do a little bit of reading. So the big quote is, "The bookshop must have an owner." Our Illumicrate exclusive edition is a royal hardback as always and features an exclusive redesigned cover, artwork by Jose Shimazaki, designed by Chatty Nora, full colour art and foil on the hardback artwork by Harkaliline, designed by Chatty Nora, digitally printed edges, artwork by Jose Shimazaki, illustrated end papers by Amorata, different front and back, and bound in author letter that features a digital signature and bonus content. I'm not going to do my usual rant about digital signings. Either sign it or don't sign it. Don't digitally sign it. That's not real. This is a very beautiful shiny gold. We have a bookshop. We have like a nice, I will guess it's wraparound art. Yeah, it is wraparound art. I'm going to just like close my, I'm not going to close my, I'm going to avert my gaze to try and show you the art. That's very nice. And then the edges are like a bookshop. And then we're going to take off the cover, we're going to look at the hardcover case, and then we're going to look at the end papers. Oh, I can just admire this properly now. Beautiful. Stunning. Gorgeous. The bookshop must have an owner. Is the bookshop evil? Maybe. Ooh! So this is, first of all, okay. This is, you can kind of say, some of it's glossy and then some of it is not. You can see it more on the back. That's fun. That's exciting. But it's a swirly, and then avert my gaze again. Wraparound hardcover case is very nice. And then the front end papers are, who are you guys? Who are these guys? That's quite cute. And the back is these guys again, but in different outfits and different setting, and some more people. It feels so weird touching this glossy hardcover, but it's nice. There's that. This is gorgeous. Let's have a little look inside. This book is dedicated to the booksellers who help us slip across the line between mundane and magical. Where's my digital signature? So the first page is the author letter. The next page is the title page. And then it's the dedication. Where's my digital signature? Are they counting this part of the author letter as the digital signature? My digital signature? Not. Sometimes you complain about things. And then, ooh! And at the back there's a bonus chapter after about the author and the acknowledgements and all that stuff. Interesting. Where's my digital signature? Did I hallucinate reading that? A bound in author letter that features a digital signature. So the digital signature is, based off this wording, the part of the author letter. Interesting. I'm gonna ignore that. And I do love on the copyright page when it says what font that the book is typeset in. This is in Baskerville MT. Let's have a look. Quite like that. I quite like that. So yeah, basically, this is gorgeous. This is stunning. Let's put it back together as I think of my final thoughts. I can't get over this hardcover case. That might be like the most creative one that I've seen from one of these book boxes in a while. I remember oh no, it was Our Infinite Fates where the end papers were foiled, and that was like very, very pretty. But this is gorgeous. It was like the hardcover case like sweeps the cover, and I love the cover. But let's do like a quick item review. First of all, let's look at, I like when the boxes have like a very clear, everything actually follows the theme. So as it is bookshop based, stories within stories. Book tracker, book journal, obviously, great idea. Bookmark, it fits like the nice blue watery colour scheme that this has. Like, look at them together. And it is, I was going to say like the borders have the same patterns, but it doesn't. But a bookmark, I'm still mad about it being a bookmark holder. I'm not going to put my bookmarks in there. They have a perfectly good pot up there. That's also book shaped. And then the sticker sheets of the books. It makes sense for the theme. I obviously don't like that it's books I haven't read or didn't get. But, you know, that happened. And then the bookmark, that's going to go in my bookmark album. Has got a book on it. And I'm really looking forward to reading the Isle of the Silver Sea or Out in the Silver Sea. Because that is meant to be a Lady Night book. And that's going to be very exciting for me. So yeah, it's a nice design. I'm just not a metal bookmark person. So it's going to go, I'm not going to take that down. It's going to knock my guitar down, but it's going to go to the side for now. In summary, quite enjoyed this box. I think I got it mostly for the Study in Drowning item. And perhaps I am not impressed by the Study in Drowning item. But this book is gorgeous. I also must have picked up this box because it is, you know, Stories Within Stories. It's a book about books. And I must have been intrigued by the description. But yeah, I say I'm going to read this one. Might be sometime in, you know, the next few months, but I will read this one. And that may or may not be my last Illumicrate unboxing for a while, depending on what books are in next year's, if I use all my skips at once, and if they end my subscription and kick me off the list. But thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope to see you next time. Bye!